Shane Dawson is being exposed again, and we have exclusive statements from Jeffree Star, and Nikocado Avocado got a facelift, and so much more. Okay, so let's go ahead and deep dive into it. Right off the bat, Shane Dawson has been doing his own thing, and it seems like every couple of years, stuff gets brought back up, and I guess it's time again because this video is now surfacing on TikTok and it's kind of picking up traction and going viral. Before I play the clip, I just want to say that I like Shane Dawson. I love Shane Dawson so much. I don't need to defend him, he can defend himself. But with that being said, I do feel like it was a different time. And although the jokes were funny then to some people, it may not be funny at all today. So anyways, let me just roll you the clip, but I do have a feeling that in this situation, Shane Dawson is, how can I say this? He's a great guy. Like, I really like Shane Dawson. And here, let me roll the clip. Here we go, roll it.
Story time of how Shane Dawson was my first kiss when I was 15 and he was 23. The year is 2011 and it is the second ever VidCon, so it took place at a hotel in LA rather than the Anaheim Convention Center. I was obsessed with Shane. The parasocial relationship I had with this man was on another level and I just had to go. So way back when, people knew of Shane, but he wasn't like on a next level scale. So his meet and greet was kind of just like this line behind a building in the hotel. Earlier in the day, in one of the main sessions, these two YouTubers were like kind of making fun, and I think it was like Brittany Louise Taylor and like Olga K or something. I don't even remember. They were like, we're gonna like spit gum into each other's mouth or something like that. And they were like, okay, and everyone was like laughing and having fun. So I turned to my cousin and my friend in line for Shane, and I'm like, maybe Shane should spit gum into my mouth. Mind you, we're like toddlers, so nobody's like, that's weird. Everyone was like, fuck yeah, that's sick, do it. So I get a piece of gum from somebody in line behind me, and I go up to Shane when it's my turn, and I will show you the video.
Please explain what you want me to do.
I want him to chew that gum and then give it to me.
In your mouth?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my god.
So obviously I thought it was hot shit, and a couple weeks later he uploads that video. It is now taken down, doesn't exist. Somebody had saved it and re-uploaded it. In the years since, it's kind of been weird. I saw him a couple more times at VidCons, and I was in his Super Love music video. I was in some of his other friends' videos. It was a weird dynamic. There were a bunch of us who were like super obsessed and were talking to him all the time online, and he would tweet at us and make it weird, and we all just thought that that was normal. So that's kind of the end of the story. Now that it's been about 14 years, I realize that that is horrific. And I don't follow him anymore, and we don't talk anymore, and nobody I know likes him anymore, and that's it.
Okay, so when I saw that, I asked one of my supporters, Carla, I was like, hey, what do you think about this, right? And here's what somebody had to say. Here we go, roll it.
Number one, okay, it was 2011, he was 23. We've all been saying your frontal lobe is not fully developed until you're 25. And mind you, if he was 33 doing this, I would say 1,000% that's fucking disgusting. But the fact that he was 23 and doing this, and in 2011, he should have been an adult and definitely said no and thought like this shit was crazy. But also, this was a very different time for him on YouTube. Like, I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right because it's not right. But that shit's, it's just so icky. It's so icky. I think no matter what, it wasn't good then, it's not good now. This type of stuff pops up every 2 to 4 years, you know. People just, it's a part of his past that he's never gonna be able to outgrow, but also he's still actively on YouTube making money, making content. So as long as he's doing that, I see it as like a trade-off. Like, you cannot outrun the demons that, you know, you have. You just can't. Like, those things are still gonna pop up until he stops making YouTube content. These things are still gonna live on. So I kind of see it just, like I said, the trade-off.
All right, grab a snack and come on back. Although I may not be like, oh, that's the best thing to do, if you can see, that clip's been taken down. Shane Dawson removed that clip off the internet, but somehow she still has it. and she may be talking about it for clout and views today. But at the time of making that video, nothing was said, nothing came about it. It just kind of went on for years and years. It got deleted, and now we're bringing it back up. That's not something I would necessarily do, but I wasn't in that space, in that headspace, in that time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, do I think that Shane Dawson should be canceled and thrown to the wolves when so many more people have done a lot more and they're still in Hollywood, right? You have people who've done even a lot less and are still working in Hollywood. But then you have people who've done a lot less and are blacklisted from Hollywood. And then you have people who've done a lot more and they're still working. So it's very very hypocritical. So that was the latest drama with Shane Dawson. And we're gonna move on because Nikocado Avocado, right, Nick, decided to get a facelift to remove his saggy chinage. Now, he showed a couple photos online and videos of the whole entire process where he basically got a facelift. They put incisions up here around the forehead area. They gave him some incisions down below in the neck area, and they snatched it up. He looked great before. I didn't even know he got any work done, honestly. But if I can be perfectly clear, it just seemed like it was an insecurity of his, and he wanted it gone. Although getting the facelift, if you look at him from like the profile, he does look younger. He does have a nice chin. He does a masculine looking chin. It looks great. Right? But it was almost one of those things that if he never told me, I would have never noticed he had done. So there's that. But let me always think about that. And it was kind of like a scary journey that he even got it done anyway. At first, people thought he was trolling because he's known to be a big troll on the internet, but he actually did it done. So good for him. Like, now I want a facelift. I saw Nikocado Avocado get a facelift. No, I want a facelift. Okay. Then we're going to talk about Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star had a lot to say about the Walmart Birkin. You know, it's been making its rounds, and even I went on the news to talk about the Walmart Birkin. So here's my little segment about the Walmart Birkin. Here we go, roll it.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A ban on TikTok could be coming in a matter of days, January 19th. And if TikTok goes offline, so does the money some creators get from making content through the app. Joining us to talk about it tonight, Kenya Kelly of Social Media Club Houston, food blogger Jermaniac, and influencers Michael O'Quinn and Rich Lux. So first, let's begin with you, Michael. How will this impact you if there is no TikTok there?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be pretty devastating, first of all. You know, it's half of my income. I luckily have a job outside of TikTok as a dental hygienist. But you know, TikTok can make a lot of money nowadays, just through brand deals, directly through TikTok. And for me personally, it's going to be pretty devastating. You know, like I said, I do have like a backup plan, but for many others, it's going to be a pretty big deal.
And Rich, are you concerned about what this could be when it comes to you personally?
Y'all catch me at the unemployment line Monday, guys. I'll be there. Who's hiring? Call me. They got me. But no,
you're gonna have to sell some of that stuff on you first before we even consider about unemployment benefits.
But definitely, I do have a second plan, which is YouTube. I've been a YouTuber for many years, so that's like my bread and butter is YouTube. And second for me is TikTok was always just a fun hobby that grew to make a lot of money. So it is going to hurt my pockets if it does go away.
All right.
But it's not, you know.
Jermaniac, your thoughts about this potential ruling, and do you see it as a security risk for the United States and many of the users like yourself?
I think TikTok is super fun. At one point, Instagram was just like the prison. You scroll up and down and you see a lot of different stuff on there. You're like, okay, let's switch it up.
That's all we old people got right now.
We love Facebook. I was gonna say. But you know, getting on TikTok is new. It's fun. I make jingles myself. You know, I started selling a product and everything on there, Blue Blister Belly Jelly. So I got the jelly now, and I just been trying to promote. And it's been going good. But to see it about to go away in a matter of what? We just started the year, and I know they've been talking about it, but I guess it's still a shock to see, like, man, people been using this platform to really get out, get the word out, have some fun, start dance trends. The best trends come from the TikTok, you know. So yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot of people's pockets, but I agree with them. I still got that backup. Gotta have that backup.
And Kenya Kelly, do you see this as a risk from the outside looking in and without being influenced by money? Do you see this as a security risk for the users of this country and this country?
Well, you know, I think that, like, I mean, because I'm a business owner, so I can see, like, I can see the devastation of a creator, but I also think about the U.S. government. I think that if there's a possibility that we could be influenced, it is their responsibility to protect us against things that could be impacting us, whether we know it or not. Do I really think that that's the reason why the U.S. is messing with TikTok? No, I do not. Because if they really cared about us, there's a lot of things in our country would be a little bit different that have nothing to do with TikTok.
What do you think the true motivation is here?
Money. You know, I mean, I love our country. I'm grateful to be an American, but I think that the amount of money that is being earned on the TikTok platform, not from creators, but like from a business standpoint, it's like there's so much money that is going into TikTok and so much time and attention attention that people are losing a lot of money. Like you've got TikTok Shop, which I teach businesses all the time, and people are buying so much from TikTok. There's a lot happening with TikTok Shop, and there's a lot of places people are not buying anymore. So Amazon is losing, there's things that are losing steam as a result of what's happening with TikTok, and with so much attention happening to the platform. Google's hurting, Facebook's hurting, so a lot of people have been hurting over the last 4 years, and money talks a lot in our country.
Okay. And do you guys, in any one of you, do you think there is a serious safety concern, or do you think it's about money? And let me hear from each of you.
It's money for sure, I guess. I would say I agree with her. It's straight money, man. Everything's about the bankroll in the U.S. So, but you know.
To me, I'm divided between both topics because on one side you have the conversation of, is this a national security risk? And on the other side you have the conversation of free speech. So I'm really excited because this is a big debate when it comes to social media, what's going to happen in the courtroom.
All right. And Michael, do you think if an American company were to come forward like Meta and buy this ByteDance and TikTok, do you think you guys would make the same? Or will you think the rates be reduced because it's American?
Right? That's a really good question. I think it'd be pretty similar though. You know, a lot of the money that I'm personally making from TikTok is through brand deals, not directly from TikTok themselves, but I'm promoting a lot of products for brands, and the brands are paying me. So for me personally, it would be about the same, but for many others, it might be quite different.
The brand deals is where it's at too. I agree with him. You just want to stay on there and get the brand deals. It's a whole other platform. Of course, you have, like you said, the Facebook is still on, Instagram, but TikTok has been huge. Millions, what, 1 billion subscribers or something in a few days?
I don't think so, though. I think that, I mean, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got YouTube, amazing platforms, but what they have done has never, like what TikTok has done, has never been done with those other platforms. And you've got, because of the algorithm, it's so special. There's something very special about the TikTok algorithm. And so brands will continue to pay creators to create content, but I think that what will happen is that it becomes an American company, then it'll lose steam in terms of the actual app and its effectiveness, I think. For
All right, we want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor.
You know, I was waiting for Jeffree Star to say something about the Birkin bags, and here's what Jeffree Star had to say. Here we go, roll it.
Men don't need Birkins, they need to buy real estate. What are you gonna do with the Birkin?
That part.
Stare at a fucking $20,000 bag in your apartment? Come on. I sold 95% of my Birkins and I cashed in $25 million, so.
That is wild. That is wild.
There's that.
How many do you have?
Fuck a
Why do you
bag.
have all those purses? Because they sat in an empty, dark room doing nothing. And I would rather have other things that I can use.
They sat in a vault.
Okay.
Okay, vault. It was an iconic vault, I won't lie.
Hell yeah, it was. It's still the biggest closet tour on all of YouTube, past the Jeffs, past any celebrity.
Ooh, I love that.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Yep, I cashed in all the investments I taught people about. We cashed out. Pookie.
Cashed out. No, but you're right. We want stuff that we can look at, touch, visit.
Yeah, I bought everything I ever wanted and realized most of it was garbage.
Wild to think about. And to hear. Because a lot of, obviously, famous people, they don't talk about that stuff.
No, material. It's material. That's what they base it around. And then when they're dead, it's all just sitting there and no one can take it and everyone fights over it. It's truly pathetic.
How many did you have? You know?
Go watch the video. I had more than anyone in America.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. Who's next?
Yeah, and a lot of them grew value over time. I got all the rarest ones in one room.
That's hot.
Wow.
And it all means nothing to me now because I just don't care. It's just a bunch of crap just sitting around.
It's just leather.
It's a bunch of dead animals, honestly, just sitting there. It's pretty disgusting if you think about it.
Now, there's other stuff Jeffree Star has said. It's crazier.
I have one of the biggest collections in the world. I am obsessed with Hermes. I love the quality, I love the design, and I love the desirable. I was always told, Jeffree, you'll never have a Birkin, you'll never be successful, and for some reason certain things stick with you. So, we're gonna go on a little journey of this crazy wall, okay? Now, I don't even know where to start, you guys. There are so many insane pieces here. I think what I'm gonna gravitate to is the Himalayan. Second most standout piece is, of course, the diamond Birkin. Now, it is very rare for them to make the pave metal pieces and the lock, but oh my god, this piece is very rare and Hermes really only makes a few of them a year. Now, a lot of people love black purses, brown, pink obviously is my color, right? I wanted to have the biggest collection of pink Birkins as well. So you guys see there is a crazy array of colors here. It's like, I don't want 5,000 purses anymore. A lot of it I just wasn't enjoying anymore and I didn't care.
Did you sell all the purses?
I would say about 90%.
How much did you make off the Birkins? I can't even guess. 300,000?
Millions. Yeah. Millions. You guys, after being canceled 10 times, I just want peace and quiet. I wanted to be in the middle of nowhere and my soul was telling me to be more grounded. So, God, 11 bedrooms, what the hell? I was going through a crazy breakup.
Jeffree takes fellow YouTuber and makeup mogul Shane Dawson on a tour of his mansion.
And I think I projected that so loud of like, hey, I came from nothing, you can really do it all. And I just felt like because content was at such a height for YouTube, was at such a moment, I was like, well, I'm gonna keep it going. I became disgusted with it all and didn't want to be surrounded by all this materialistic shit. I just really had a whole self-awareness moment and I like grew to the next level, I think, mentally. And it's been really, really great, important, and awesome. Okay, I don't have anywhere to put my Himalayan Birkin, so we're just gonna set her there right now. Okay, so this is some expensive water.
But anyways, let me know what you think about all that drama in the comments down below. This is Rich Lux with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on